This really bothered mathematicians enormously. I mean, you have to understand, this is an insult to mathematicians that you've got an English major writing math standards on a national committee. Milgram would talk to the two mathematicians. Mathematicians do talk to each other, but he couldn't talk to Phil Darrow because he was an English major as an undergraduate, and maybe he did teach junior high math, but that was about it. Who recommended these people? Why? We still don't know. We have no idea. But they certainly had a low level of expectation in mathematics. We had Jason Zimba come to a board meeting in Massachusetts in March of 2010. I was the only one questioning him. I had never met him before. And I asked him to explain what college readiness was, and he said, it's minimal readiness for college. For a non-selective college, it's not for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. It's someone who has passed Algebra 2. Now, what they meant by Algebra 2 was not the traditional Algebra 2 that you may be familiar with if you've taken it in high school years ago. It's a weak Algebra 2. When Milgram started working with this committee, after he got on the validation committee, college readiness was at the level of Algebra 1. This was unbelievable to him. You can well imagine it would be unbelievable to almost anybody. We would be the laughingstock as a country to the rest of the world if Algebra 1 was what we thought college readiness was all about at any college. And he finally got them to get up to Algebra 2, but he couldn't get them to go past Algebra 2. That was where they were going to end. Under whose direction, we don't know, because Zimba and McCallum certainly knew what they were doing. They had PhDs in mathematics. There are no STEM standards in the math standards document. They had to know that there were no STEM standards. There are no pre-calculus standards. There are not many trig standards. So there is no way to get from a weak Algebra 2 up to a calculus course, which is what, generally speaking, you need if you're going to be an engineering major, a science major, or a math major, economics major, finance major, computer science major, any number of those kinds of majors today. So there is a concern about why those STEM standards were left out. To this day, there has been no explanation offered by anyone at the higher level explaining that low level of expectation. Are reporters asking them? No. ExxonMobil, U.S. Chamber of Commerce,